Hi, my name's Ron. You're on one of Ronnie's road trips, and welcome to Trade Earthmovers Used Machinery Review. I'm telling you, it's taken us ages to get hold of one. The Cat D10T, just around the corner, made life easy for us all. I'm going to love this, irrespective of whether you do or not. This one's for me. Now, there's a couple of money-making ends on these machines. This one in particular is a big one. Nice, beautiful, well-designed Cat 4-barrel single tine ripper. They get them in multiple tines. You can get 2 or 3 ripper tines on here. This one's a single, and I'm telling you, when you want to talk about size in relation to guys, have a look at this. This runs around about 2 metres, and you wouldn't want to break one, although I have seen them working in mine sites where they've broken these smack bang in half. I'll tell you what, the owner wasn't too happy with that operator at the end of the shift. Again, back at this money-making end, but they've got a few things here. We've got all of the protected greasing points, all brought back to one central point to get this over this whole back end of this dozer. Understanding that, look at the size of me compared to that, you couldn't expect a bloke to be climbing all over that. The other thing is you've got your reversing beaver, and also up in here that's protected, we have the emergency stop, which is several all over this machine, but in this one, right at the back. These push out at around about that 70-ton operational weight. You see, if you're pushing this, and just for example, she gets bogged, front end down, belly's down, and the front of the dozer is sunk or something, bang, someone's going to knock this, save that Cat engine. You don't want to muck with those. They will cost you plenty of this. Well, I'm only sort of trying to drag on my old grey matter up here, but I think it was around about 1977. Cat bought out the high track dozer, and I saw it on a field day in Sydney. And believe it or not, in those days, those guys dealers would bring in machineries like this, build it all together, and then have platforms so the viewing public could walk in, up, in through the cab, out the other side. An unbelievable display in those days. And if anything that's changed the dozer market in the world, it's Cat with their high track configuration. Now we've been out like for 30, 40 years, and brilliant, absolutely spot on. Now we know Komatsu have got their share of dozers, all conventional track, but to me, this was the biggest change in dozers that I've ever seen, and I love it. Well, when you talk about design of blades, or we talk about them on excavators all the time, the odd dozer that we've done, which is great, nothing beats one of these. This blade here, when you've got this massive, great big dozer pushing it, pushes out around about that 20 cubic metres, which is equivalent to a whole bowl in a 623 scraper, which we've just shown you not long ago. Lovely design. This sits at around about 2 metres high and around about that 6 metres wide. And if you can see that beautiful big scallop in here, when you see this dozer pushing clay, it just folds it over and over and over. But on the other end, when you've got scrapers that need to be pushed up the bum, she'll have a wear plate in there, bang, away you go. Top tractor. You want to know why this big tractor can do so much work? Check this out. 27 litre turbocharged diesel Cat engine, pushing out around about that 650 horsepower. And when you see this in operation, you just have to sit back and be gobsmacked for the amount of material that these push up in a day. Unbelievable tractor, unbelievable engine. Twin air filters, twin stacker on this one. It's an early 10, maybe about an 05-ish model. Don't quote me, but that's just what I reckon, around about that. Absolute pleasure to watch these in operation. Love it. Plenty of money to be made when you're running a 10, but I'll tell you what, you want to have plenty of moolah just to keep the fuel up to it in one shift. This here runs a 1200 litre tank, and in Australian dollars, and in today's 2018 price range of fuel, $2,000 a tank full. Every aspiring young operator, even old operator, earth moving contractor would love to be swapping places with me today, because I'm in the captain's chair. Where at? In the cab of the D10T. This is where you are the absolute king of everything that's around you. You control the job when you're in this position. I can't have the Ronnie's bushy hat on today, so I'm trading the Akuba in because this is how good I feel. VIP, you've got to be VIP to be up here in one of these. Now, when we sit down and have a good look at it, cab, perfect. Seat, slightly twisted to the right hand side, maybe around about that 20-degree mark. Rippers over here on this side. You can spin your head around, have a bit of a look to see how things are running there. Got all your pitch over here, up and down for your ripper. Over here is on your blade, tilt, all of that sort of stuff. Over here is all your steering, forward and reverse, 3-speed forward, 3-speed back. What else can we say? Brake down here, decelerator down here on the floor. Vision, great, got all the mod cons in it up here, the radio two-way, all of that sort of stuff. Fire suppression all the way through, mine spec. Fire suppression, you say, what's that? If there's a fire, press the button, whoosh, dry powder, just extinguishes the flame straight away. If you sink it, if you burn it, whatever happens, your one good operator who's been around for a long while will always carry, because I'll tell you, plenty of blokes will put them over. You got to carry this with you. Well, there you have it. Cat D10T. Caterpillar. Nothing's changed the landscape in Australia or the world as far as the dozer market's concerned as what Cat have over the last 40 or 50 years with this high track. Unbelievable to think that that's how long these dozers have been out. Full mine spec, 31,500 hours on it, 2005 model tractor. Runs like a brand new one. Is there any reason why, when I get on these Cat, and I keep telling you, they're built to be rebuilt, no wonder I feel VIP.